Hello beautiful people all around the world. Welcome to another episode of Dreams and Visions. Our guest today is a young, amazing entrepreneur who believes that business is a lifestyle, a culture, and how we live every single day. So let's go straight to the interview. Today we welcome the CEO and founder of Vito Group of Investments, Mr. Vernon Matthews. Mr. Matthews, how are you today?
I'm good, thanks. Thank you so much to be on your show. On the show, it's a pleasure to be on the show. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We thank God. Thank you so much. We thank God. Thank you.
Great. So tell us more about Vito and what do you do exactly at VIG?
Vito Group of Investments. It says itself. What happens is it is a group of investments. We've got a number of investments. That is forex. We are into forex. What is forex? It is a foreign exchange whereby we're dealing with Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, online trading. We're into gas. Vito gas is everywhere. We're moving numbers in terms of gas. We also have got microfinance. We want to do a branch of microfinance very soon. We want to give people loans. We do buying and selling of stands. We also want to venture into human capital development, developing young talent out there. That's basically about Vito Group of Investments. Where we began is this name came from a brother called Damien, who's in the States. He gave me this name when I was about 4 years. So then till today, it then developed to a group of investments that we are in today. Vito came about in 2015, but we faced a lot of challenges. But today, that's where we are today, the Vito Group of Investments. That's what we do.
That's really inspiring, my guy.
Thank you so much.
Doing big things, eh?
Thank you so much.
Okay, so what was your major key factor that motivated you and inspired you to start such a business at a young age like yourself?
Moving around the streets of Harare, where we've got alarming levels of poverty, where we see people in the roads, people selling vegetables in the roads, people doing all sorts of things in the roads, and I then ventured into this group called Vito, and then that drove me to where I am today. Really thinking that I can play a pivotal role towards the success of people. I then said to myself, let me start this group that will enable people to achieve something else in life, that will create employment in this country and do something else to the people. And that's where we are today as Vito Group. Yes.
That's amazing, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so what makes your work different from what everyone else is doing? Because obviously there's someone who's selling gas, there's someone who's into giving loans,
Yes, that's
all
correct.
that you said.
Yes, that's correct.
What makes your work unique and different from what everyone else is doing?
Now see, what I then do is having this group by myself is not an easy thing. I've set aside plenty of things for me to be doing this group. What makes my business different from other businesses is that I put God first in everything I do. My Bible says, seek ye the kingdom of God first, and everything shall be added unto you. So then now, I seek God's kingdom first, and then I strongly believe this business or money that I've got, or the things that I've got, are as a result of seeking God. So whatever I do, I put God first. That makes my things different. And you know, the perspective I've got for business started when I was about 10 years. So then it then grew to where I am today. Why? Because most people are viewing business as something that would be a breakthrough, but I saw business as something that would grow something big. So that's what makes my business different from other businesses. We deliver things that we say. We don't just talk from a perspective, but we deliver what we say. Thank you so much.
Now you're talking sense, you're talking
Yes.
sense.
Yes, thank
Okay,
you so much.
I believe that you have been employed somewhere before you started your own stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's correct.
So, in your own opinion, how do you feel entrepreneurship and employment versus the two? Which one do you wear the best between the two, and your reasons for that?
Basically, my view of the word employment is someone who's willing and able to work at any given point in time. And entrepreneurship is when someone really thinks outside the box, where we've got a picture and someone is looking way beyond the picture. Someone is thinking futuristic. That's where I see business. I don't see business today. I want to give a good example. I've been reading a few books. Most books that I read are mostly Strive Masiwa's books. It says that when he started, he was about a very young age, and what he did is he then began his business with $75, and where he is today, he's got billions of dollars. So what I see my business is most businesses start from entrepreneurship, and employment is something else that you do under entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship outweighs employment. Why? Because you don't start at a very old age, but you then start. So what I'm saying is entrepreneurship outweighs employment, and employment, don't go to companies seeking jobs. Start entrepreneurship at your homes. That's where we are today. Zimbabweans are good at wanting jobs, but we don't want to create jobs. So what I see is people must create jobs and do entrepreneurship big time. Look at Amazon today, it came from entrepreneurship. Look at Facebook, it came from entrepreneurship. Look at Google, entrepreneurship. Look at all these big companies, entrepreneurship. So I always say to people, create jobs, don't seek jobs, create jobs, do things out there. Thank you so much.
Okay, I think everyone is taking notes. These
Yes,
are
sir.
actually wise words from Mr. Matthews.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much for the knowledge, sir.
We appreciate
We're
it.
learning. We're
Thank
learning.
you. Thank you so much. Yes.
Okay, so what's your biggest challenge? The one you've faced, and currently, do you have any challenges that you're facing as a young entrepreneur?
Let me say, taking this thing back to a very personal perspective, is that I grew up without a father. So then, what I wanted is something else that would grow me to where I am today. And my father wasn't there for me. And you know what happened is, I then managed to grow myself. So then, my biggest challenge was growing up without a father. But then I then turned out to have people that give me what I call support. And now today, it doesn't matter. And you know, I've picked up my muscles from there, and I'm strong where I am today. And I appreciate a lot. That's my biggest challenge of not having a father being around, supporting me. I know finance is a big challenge people face, but I strongly believe that if you have something else, people will then tend to appreciate what you have and source finance for you to do whatever you want to do. So I thank you so much for that question. Most people out there say we don't have parents that will push us to where we are today, but I strongly believe I came from that perspective, and today I achieve a lot. You know, if I tell you where I've been, the people I've met ministers, I've met business tycoons through myself, you know. So I thank God for where I've been, where I'm at right now, and where I'm going. So that's one of the biggest challenges I faced, growing up without a father. And you know, that's the biggest challenge I faced. That's it.
No, I'm really inspired by your drive. So
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
it's so encouraging. Even myself on the show, I'm actually encouraged. You know, to
Thank you
do
so much,
greater
yes.
works, greater things in
Yes,
life.
the world has got things for us. Yes, we thank you. Yes.
Yes, we received that. Okay, so what are the key factors would you like to recommend young entrepreneurs who are at home, who are fear to start? Obviously, there are people who are
Yes.
fearing to start right now.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct.
Do you have any recommendations of what would encourage them to invest their time in?
Yes. Looking at where we came from, what we have today, and where we are going, there are vast opportunities for people that are local, international, wherever in different countries. If you look at today, I recommend people, entrepreneurs, to research and develop things, because there is nothing new under the sun. Look at gas, what we do. Gas started long back. Look at Forex. Satoshi Nakamoto, the owner of Forex, began this thing long back, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. But then I then took it up at a personal level. I researched about it, and then I'm developing this thing. So what then happens is that I recommend people to read more, to focus on what people do not say, or even what people say doesn't matter. What we want best is for people to achieve the best. And I know as youths or as entrepreneurs, you face challenges because most businesses tend to collapse during the first 3 years. But what I say is keep pushing. Never see where you are today. Think of futuristic. Look at, I want to say a few names. Look at Dr. Philip Chiango, where he is today. When he was growing up, He says life wasn't by his side. But today, under research and development, look where he is. He owns one of the biggest mansions in Zim. Look at Prophet Makandiwa. Look at all those big names we have in local. What then happened is those guys researched more, developed more. Those guys kept on pushing. Those guys prayed hard. So for all the entrepreneurs out there, all I urge and all I say is, guys, let's keep on pushing. I'm about to start a network of entrepreneurs where we're going to be having entrepreneurs share ideas. So all you want is for people to be able to showcase their talents, their businesses. And guys, let's research. Let's not sleep. Let's spend more time in researching, developing our things. And I tell you, one day you'll be a success. That's the key factor I say to people. Spend time reading books, books that enlighten you, books that give hope to your future. The Bible is a book that gives you future as well. So spend time doing those things. So that's my motivation to people out there that are doing entrepreneurship, that spend time doing things that will benefit you. Spend time on YouTube, not watching things that are not beneficial, but things that build you. Things like businesses of Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, all those things, they matter most. So that's what we want to be doing. Watching videos that take you to a certain level where you feel like, today I am where I am today because of those things. Look, at the age of 16 years, I'm saying, I had researched a lot, and at the age of 16 years I knew everything on YouTube. I knew every book in and out, and today I am where I am, right, because of those things. They fueled me to where I am today. And I strongly believe I then had talent or grew up where I am today because of such things. So I want to thank the internet or those books for being around, so young entrepreneurs, old entrepreneurs can take their step as well, for them to be successful in life. Yes, sir.
Let's continue from where we left. Okay, so Mr. Matthews, as we were saying, I have another question for you. Do you believe that there is some sort of a pattern or formula for someone to become a successful entrepreneur?
Yes, sure, sir. Yes, there's a big formula for someone to be a successful entrepreneur. Why? Because there's a difference between an entrepreneur and a successful entrepreneur. So I strongly believe that there is a difference and a formula to it. First things first is, let me say, you have to set aside special time for yourself. Okay. And special time really means setting aside, why? Because we face many challenges.
If I may cut you, sorry, sir.
Yes.
When you say special time, what exactly do you mean?
In a day we've got 24 hours. Putting aside 2 hours for yourself, thinking where you came from, where you're going and where you are today, or motivating yourself, that's special time as far as I'm concerned. Why? Because we don't find this time. So that's a formula to myself. Putting aside plenty things that most people do, sort of like going to parties. I know people like parties, but for myself, I don't like parties. I don't like going to clubs. Sorry guys for those that go to clubs and do partying, but for you to be a successful entrepreneur, you have set aside plenty things, plenty offers that come your way. And even if I come with a car to you today and say, sir, here's a car, you can even turn down that offer. Why? Because you know where you're going, you know where you came from, and you know where you are today. So there's a formula to it. Prayer is a formula. You need to pray hard. You need to read the Bible. That's a formula. What equals that is success. So that's the best formula I've got for people, is to spend more time doing successful things. Like I said before, reading or doing all that. So that's a formula. Setting aside rubbish things. Let me say this. Rubbish things.
Today you're on fire, sir.
Things that do not benefit. Things that won't add money to your account.
Yes,
as an entrepreneur.
Yes.
So that's a formula to it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I hope people are taking notes. It's
Yes,
actually
sir.
a lesson. The interview is a lesson.
Yes, sir.
To
Thank
me
you so much.
and the world at large.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, so what are your responsibilities as the business owner? What are your major responsibilities? Things that you take care of?
Looking at myself, myself is a responsibility, and the keys of my office are a responsibility. The people that clean my offices are a responsibility. People that keep Vito building are a responsibility. So I've got a number of responsibilities, making sure that if you want gas today, or if you want to be in a forex class, you delivered. We've got that for you, and that's a big responsibility, delivering what we say we have on our platform. So that's one of the major responsibilities I have. And I have siblings that I take care of. I have people that I take care of. So that's a big major responsibility of life. So looking at myself, I am my own responsibility, and so you are your own responsibility. And even the clothes you're wearing today, you're responsible of these clothes.
Oh, thank you.
So thank you so much. We've got major responsibilities in life, but the close responsibilities are your responsibilities. Thank you so much.
Okay. We would like to know if there is a room for buying shares at Vito. Is it possible or it's locked?
Wow, that's an amazing question. You know,
The opportunity locked or
wow.
it's open.
Let me not say much about this, but I think starting 2019 in January, we're going to disclose something else about shares and profits on Vito Group of Investments. Why? Because we've got guys that flew in all the way from different countries saying, so we want to buy a number of shares in Vito. We've got 10,000, we've got 100,000. And I told them, guys, we can't give you 10% of my business now. Why? Because my future is too bright. So
yes,
still,
that's the vision. That's
you
the
know,
vision.
on shares, I will sell shares. It's a open platform for everyone. If you want, you can hit my email on vernonmatthews15.com, gmail.com. So I will give you shares platform very soon. So thank you so much for the question. We appreciate. Thank you so much.
You're welcome,
We will
sir.
sell shares just now.
I mean,
Yes.
that's it. That's dreams and visions. That's
Exactly.
Why
That's where we are. That's where we are.
We need
That's
people
correct.
who are focused in
Yes,
the
sir.
country and
Yes, that's correct.
inspiring everyone else.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so after all this talk, man,
Yes, yes, sir.
I would like to know what the future of Vito Group of Investments will be looking like. Where are you heading exactly?
My guy, I think on this question, I just need some shades on. My future is way beyond, way too bright.
Yes.
So I see my future futuristic. I see futuristic things. So what
That's
I'm saying
big.
today is I see myself not now, but I see myself in the future. So where I am today doesn't determine my future. I once said to myself when I was 15, I want to become a millionaire before 30 years. But I strongly believe I'm going to reduce those years to something like 25 or 27.
Yes.
So
that's the
or even
vision.
tomorrow even.
Yes.
But my future is way beyond bright on
Yes.
this one. We see Vito taking over many sectors, food industry, energy industry. My guy, I just do not want to say a lot, but Vito is way beyond bright. Today, if you're a partner, do not be silent. If you own shares, do not be silent. See things in the future. Why? Because when I was very young, crawling, I never knew today I would be driving. Today I would be wearing a suit. Today I'll be owning thousands in my account. Today I would be on your talk show.
Yes.
So
yes.
my future is way beyond bright. What I want for future is I want to meet Bill Gates, Strive Masiwa, most business tycoons. I want to meet those guys. So that's where I see myself futuristic. I don't see myself today where I am, but I see myself in the future, 10, 15, 20 years later on. That's where I see myself. Yes.
I think that's it, man.
Yes,
That's
thank
it.
you so
You're
much.
there.
Yes,
You're
I'll be
there.
there already.
Like you have the vision, you have the focus,
Yes,
like the
yes.
drive is there.
Yes, we've got
Just
it.
keep on like that, man.
We're shaking, we're moving. Yes, sir.
Yes.
We did.
yes. Okay. So if people would like to communicate with you towards Vito, which platforms can they use to communicate with you?
I've got a guy who's named Ian Matthews, my brother. He's doing an application called Vito Group, whereby we're going to be talking with people a network of people that are international, local, community-wise. But you know, if you want to chat with me, we thank God for social media these days. You can go to my Facebook page, Vernon Matthews at Facebook. You can go on my Instagram, Vernon Matthews. You can be on my phone number. Let me give you my phone number direct. 0778 932 212. 0778 932 212. Get me there. Let's get moving. Let's get business wise. Let's get money into your accounts so you can get me anywhere else. You know, that's where you can get me. We thank God for social media. Thank you.
Mr. Matthews, thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show.
Yes, sir.
I wish you all the best in your business and
Thank you so
career.
much. Thank you so much.
May God richly bless you in whatever you're going to be and to do. Thank you so much.
I thank you so much. I appreciate, as a busy man, I thank God for finding time to come here and be on this platform where people are motivated, where I share my ideas, where I bring out Vito at large to the people and what we have for them. Whether be it you in Chitumbwiza in your one room, be it you in Mbare, be it you in Epworth, I know you're motivated somewhere else in some way. We thank God for that. It's a great pleasure to be on this platform, and I'm humble enough to be thanking you so much, sir, for being on this platform. It's my pleasure to have you to be on your show. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We thank God.
Great.